Hello everybody, welcome to Our Dream Life and to my 4-star island tour. So I won't be doing the house tour yet, this is just for the island. And first thing, let's start with the map of the island that I currently have and my villagers. So we see Hazel and Boone, who I'm kind of ready to get rid of. Pango, Wally that everybody wants and I totally got by accident. Punchy, Peggy, Norma, I love her. Dora and Huck, I'm not so sure about them. I got Huck just because I wanted a frog character, islander, but honestly he's not my favorite. And the airport. So we'll be seeing different sections of my island, the way it looks now, what I would like to change eventually. And I'm starting from here because it took me a while to figure out that actually every single island and has different color of their airport, which I find fascinating. And I think a lot of people want the yellow one and I actually have the yellow one, so I really like that. I created something like I don't want to say a highway, like a street in Japanese style, because when I went in Osaka I was really fascinated about these street shafts and how beautiful and colorful and well made they are. They're not just something functional, they're like a piece of art. So I really couldn't help myself. My resident services is over here together with my flag. I actually reconstructed the flag. I had a new leaf. My kind of poor painting skills on the board with notifications and the news. So you know, initially when you're supposed to put your resident services somewhere, your island is bare and you don't really have a lot of choice, so mine is kind of close to the airport, but I'm finding that. This is my big beach, I call it. I was thinking about maybe creating names for the different beaches. I haven't done it yet, but here you just have one sunning bed, drawing in the sand. And I'm really glad that they made these beautiful rocks in New Horizons that you can actually go onto. So I'm striving for something like a Japanese onsen style. Actually, if you're playing the game, you'll see that a lot of the things that they've made are really Japanese style and Asian. I really like that. And this is my picnic blanket, which you can find a tutorial about on my YouTube channel. And yes, I went in to catch that balloon. Yes, I did that. Yeah, so this is the view from the top of that area. Nothing special so far, I just wanted some really nice relaxing picnic area next to my garden. As you can see, it's still kind of small. I am so far from having all the flower types, but I was trying to keep my hybrids over here. I'm actually like combining the hybrids and creating them outside of this garden. Here I'm just keeping, let's say, my individual specimen that I don't want to damage or destroy while I'm running around the island. And I've, you know, placed some stalls and popcorn makers. So far you can see my stones are randomly across the island, but I'll be figuring out some kind of a way to put them together in one place. That was just Boom's house that we saw. I also have this little area. Wasn't really sure what to do about it. Initially I thought I would be having like a beach cafe or something like that, but I figured something else about that, and I also have a video on my island Starbucks, so you can check that out as well. This was just Hazel's house, the Uniwow squirrel. It was actually one of my original islanders, and I'll be honest, at first I thought she was ugly, but now she's the cutest thing and I never ever want to get rid of her. This is actually my house, which is not so fascinating. I'm actually not really happy with the layout I have right now, and it's quite simplistic. But the difference I would say I find with New Leaf is that in New Leaf I always prioritized my house and my interior first, while in New Horizons I'm prioritizing the island itself. And I think that comes from your ability to have objects created and just place them anywhere on your island, and not have everything be a public project that you have to collect money for, wait for it to be built, etc, etc. So yeah, in this portion Of course, apart from the wonderful graphics and renderings and the new gameplay, this is one of my favorite things. So you can really make the space more personal. I had some like working space over here next to the initial version of Nook's Cranny. Just got the Able Sisters, which is amazing. I can finally get clothes. But actually, I'm most excited about the bags, not about the clothes themselves. And there she is fishing, my wonderful Hazel. She's just so cute. I don't know, some of these characters, they looked really randomized, I would say, when they were created, but they all seem to have their own personality. Actually, the story of the creation of the game is very interesting, so you can research it if you'd like. Here, I'm creating something quite interesting. I would call it my VIP Aqua Park. I even created a custom sign for it, but as you can see, it's still a work in progress. I'm collecting money for some inclines. Over here, I would also have a second incline, kind of a backyard situation, and yeah, I wanted it to be on the second level of the island, so that with terraforming of the water, I can create this sort of infinity pool look. Like, yeah, and you don't have a lot of space over here, so you can simply just sit at the table and have spot for 2 islanders. But I think it's enough. That's why I would call it the VIP, like pool club for like pool party or something. So this angle, I would say, yeah, I still keep it as this garbage place for different items that I don't want to collect and have in my inventory, or don't have space for them in my inventory, so they just sit around over there. When this is ready, by the way, the view even from the bottom level is gonna be great. So I'm really excited to collect that bells for that. So again, second level, I have my first kind of finished neighborhood called Bamboo Heights. Not completely done. I laid some roads on it, some pathways, this little fountain in the middle, and this is where I actually positioned some of the first houses of the first villagers after my initial Hazel that I've got. I wanted them to be on a second level and do something like separate little neighborhoods with different names. As you can see, it's actually really close to the VIP pool club and it has some work to do, but I would say it's the first finished neighborhood. I do not like having a lot of fences. Like, I tried that, I even tried it on my house first, but I don't think it's a really good look for the layout that I started to build. I've seen some designs because I'm in some Animal Crossing groups that look amazing. They look like actual cities and towns. So yeah. This portion over here, on the verge of the third level of the island, honestly, I'm not sure what I'm doing right now. I started this because I wanted something like a little graveyard. I know it sounds weird, but again, I've also seen designs of some graveyards and they look really nice. And sometimes people would actually draw images of their lost pets or pets that passed away, and I thought that was really cute idea. This is the top level, and actually that's the reason I call the neighborhood Bamboo Heights, because it's close to the bamboo forest that I'm kind of creating. This is a sort of a Japanese restaurant. It would have like fish and sushi, just Japanese kitchen style. So because the neighborhood is really close to this bamboo mountain forest slash hills, that's why I decided to call it that way. This is the other part of the island. I'm also planning to possibly have inclines over here because I was really thankful when I first got the stairs, the recipe for the stairs, the ladder, sorry. But now I feel it's getting kind of annoying, you know, using it everywhere. I would love to just have inclines and bridges everywhere, but I know it comes with time. It's a work of progress. This was my campsite. I initially also placed it there. I don't feel like moving it. And my pride and joy, my island Starbucks, which you'll see in a moment because Huck wants something. I will be exchanging him, like the first possible moment, situation, opportunity I get to exchange him for something else, I'll do that. So I have a separate video on how I made this particular Starbucks coffee place, outdoor coffee place. I made some edits to it, but that's pretty much how it looks like right now in its current version. And I have an Italian restaurant with a guest list at the front, just 3 tables, nothing special, just any food related item that I get, like pizza related, food related, I will be placing here in my restaurant. I have a leather couch even. It just looks kind of really nice and private. And I would imagine, like, it sounds stupid, but you all know why we're playing this game. We're imagining it's kind of real life. So I imagine you go to Italian restaurant and after that have some ice cold coffee in Starbucks. And that's that. So this is again the neighborhood. We're passing through the neighborhood where my house is and where Hazel's house is. And we're getting back to this kind of square place. And we are in the second neighborhood that I'm kind of building. It's a very small thing. I don't really have a lot of ideas about what to do because it doesn't have that much space, but I definitely wanted to have a separate neighborhoods, not put all the houses and all the islanders in the same place. So I kind of like the layout that I'm having over here. I'm having ideas, so feel free to suggest what you'd like to see over here. Let's go over the map again. So you can see it is heart-shaped, the location where I am right now. I really tried really hard to make it heart-shaped. So it will be on the right of the square with the stores, the Nook's Cranny, and the Able Sisters, and all of that. So now again we're passing through the Japanese wooden bridge, and this is the second largest beach, right underneath the Starbucks. We have the pier, we have the lighthouse. It was one of the first things I purchased with the Nook Miles. I think it looks nice. I was also considering, and I'm still considering, putting it a little bit higher, just a level higher, but so far I like it. And there you have it. This is my island. Currently it has 4 stars. Thank you so much for watching my island tour. Give me ideas. I still want to get to 5 stars, and subscribe for more. Bye bye.